The reason people have their sword out against King Helmassar is it makes it so that, because sometimes when you hit him with your hammer, it kind of like knocks you back or knocks you in the opposite direction, like you're facing the other way. Isn't that correct? So if you have your sword out and you hit him with the hammer, you keep your sword out so you can just keep on moving forward, and it makes that, it speeds up that the attack pattern a little bit better. Oh, I hit the button.
Yes, but likewise, you can also just go hammer only, and you'll have less of the lag frames when you're moving up.
Okay. So
because the sparkle, the sparkle from the sword, and then moving diagonally on Helmasaur when there's any fireballs in the area definitely causes a bit of lag. So going just full on hammer on Helmasaur, which isn't too hard, but you can walk a little bit too close or not close enough. That is the real danger.
It seems like it'd be a good idea to switch to hammer only when he's using his fireball attack, possibly. Or would that just be
I think it's up to each stream or each player to choose how they want to approach that boss. And for the most part, doing the sword out strategy is a lot easier. Once you hear the clank of the sword, you can hit the hammer. And then after that, you just continue to count. If you just go on up with the hammer, like I said, there is that danger.
Man, I wish they were fighting King Helmassar now so we can actually like see that in action. Anyway, let's see what's going on the screen right now. So both players starting out with the red boomerang, which is particularly useless. It might be helpful for stunning enemies in the beginning, but other than that, and maybe grabbing some like fairies that are trying to sneak away. Also found it interesting that both players got a full magic restore, like in the same room. So
yeah, I thought this was randomized.
Yeah, what the heck? By the way, I'm Willard J. Bradley.
My name is Ninnies.
And we'll be your commentators for today.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Hey, this is our first time commentating together. We've been trying to get that set up for a while, haven't we?
Yeah.
I like how we signed up for one. We signed up for one tomorrow, and then immediately we're doing it live. So it's funny. All right, so it's just gonna be a quick movement all the way down to save Zelda. We still have a few chests that we can grab, and which could lead to completely, possibly different routing options after this, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, and unfortunately for me, I'm having a little bit of issue with my my video. I'm getting severe lag on it, so I may not be. Whoa! What are those? GLS finding the boots in Escape.
That is a good find. Well, they're both good finds as well. And also, GLS did get a bomb, and that's going to be useful later on. Unfortunately, we did see FoxZerro find a bomb, but it got caught right in between the wall and the little barrier, so he couldn't grab it.
We're gonna actually FoxZerro does have one bomb.
He must have got
both
one
of our
right
players
afterwards.
have a bomb.
That's going to come in handy right at the end of it, when there's 3 chests hidden behind a wall. So.
Oh yeah, you only need the one, but obviously both of our runners are going to be perhaps farming a couple of enemies along the way, trying to get the additional bombs that they need to get through Kakariko.
You know what? Leslie Pro makes a good point. Who needs bombs when you can just bonk that wall with your boots?
This is true.
Wow.
It's not often that you get to see
it's very not often. Yeah, you never see boots this early, so this is going to be... Didn't you have a seed where we were gonna do a casual race where we had boots like very first item?
Yes, I still have that seed.
Okay, we'll have to do that.
It was really weird seeing those that early.
What are those?
What are those indeed?
So yeah, they're just gonna be doing a little backtracking.
So, my predictions for bonk count in this seed is going to be much higher than what we've seen. I mean, having boots this early in the game, and since you normally don't have boots in Escape, even experienced runners may have unintentional bonks because of how we would actually maneuver through these rooms with diagonals pumping. So I'm expected to see a fair amount of bonks just getting through Escape. And then in the subsequent rest of the runs, I think we're going to be seeing in like the high 40s, maybe 50s bonks for this entire race.
I'm okay with that. Also, it's very important to note that when it comes down to tiebreakers, we decided that it's going to be determined by average bonk counts for their races. So they're going to have to be very careful not to get enough bonks.
That is an interesting stat to utilize. I wonder what the official ruling is on that. Hold on, let me pull up some documents here.
No, Ninnies, I only speak the truth. Why would I ever tell a lie? Especially to thousands of viewers.
So both of our racers not making use of the red boomerang, but GLS is entering soon the rat room, where in No Major Glitches you would normally attack the rat and then pick up the key utilizing it. So let's see if he uses that red boomerang. I would love to see boomerangs used in this game just as much as I love the blue mail, because they do get a little bit useless.
Who needs a boomerang when you could just run into it? Also, we're seeing that's like 3 bonks already for GLS.
Yeah, as I said, we're runners of this game.
Because it caps out at 99, because it doesn't count. You know, you're never expected to get over 100 bonks in a run.
It actually does cap at some point. I've never seen that.
I think I did when I did a hard mode once, because it was pretty brutal. Also, I think I capped out screen transitions as well.
So it's nice to see both of our runners know about to bonk the wall, that they do not have to utilize their one precious bomb at this moment.
And that bomb is going to come in handy a little bit later. I'm curious to see, we have GLS with 2 bombs and FoxZerro with 1. The pairs are going to need at least 4 total for the first early routing. There's 3 bomb spots in Kakariko and then 1 down next to Lake Hylia and Mini Moldor.
Right, GLS taking a look at his map, and we see that Eastern Palace and I believe I saw Hera were pendants.
Oh, interesting. I also noticed that GLS...
I mean, not pendants, crystals.
Did not check the bonk rocks right off the bat. Probably not used to having boots this early. While FoxZerro remembered. So let's see. This could be already, right off the bat, a big difference maker.
Interesting. We see Green Linen Shirt pull the rupee tree and just get blessed with love.
And it was a bomb upgrade, so not as great. But
Moon Pearl nice at the Lumberjack Cave.
Ninnies, so what does that mean? What does that mean if there's a very required item at Lumberjack Cave? Please.
That means that our runners are going to have to go through the most exciting part of the Zelda 3 randomizer, which is Aghanim 1.
Ooh. Now, why is it so exciting?
It's exciting because I get to see all the resident sleepers in chat.
I'll be one of them. We also saw FoxZerro pull the whole... I believe he went up, killed another enemy, and then went down and did another tree pull, but I didn't see if he got any more items. What else he got? Or maybe he didn't do that. I was too busy laughing.
We saw FoxZerro only getting $20 out of the pile of rocks to the left of Sanctuary.
No, he got... it was a bomb upgrade. +5 bomb upgrade.
A bomb upgrade?
Yeah.
Okay. That's still not too bad. Both of our runners having the same amount of bombs, though. But it's good to have those for the Kakariko Town adventures.
You guys like rupees?
See what GLS does.
Oh my gosh, 3 reds and a blue. That's ridiculous. But hey, that's actually good, because they need 100 rupees to check out the bottle salesman. See what
it's actually almost vanilla. In the original game, all of those chests have 20 rupees in them.
Mm-hmm. And then a heart piece up top. So that was... we're getting there. We're getting there pretty close. And looks like GLS is taking a little bit of a lead just based on just minor movement, faster movements, and it's still super close, though.
Interesting to note that you can actually spin speed off of Blind's house.
Oh, the like 2 steps right in front of it?
Mm-hmm. It's just a quick get into that glitch state, and then just quick up down, and you'll be in that spin speed.
Did we see anyone do that, or?
GLS did not, but I wonder if
just some Ninnies knowledge. Knowledge. Yeah, the nice thing about having boots this early is that they can utilize spin speed a lot more in the early game.
And also, the library item, if it's beneficial to them, they will be able to pick that up right away.
Ooh. All right, let's see if GLS is going to go for a chicken clip. It looks like he's going to attempt it, and I think he got it. Hey, that poor creature. Hey, 20 rupees. Nice.
Throwing the poor chicken into the wall. Trapped there forever. But what did it do?
He lives there now.
So at this moment, I imagine that GLS wants to find a bottle to truly maximize this trip to Kakariko.
And the amount of heart containers we've seen so far in the game is astounding. We're almost on to road number 2 already.
A lot of love in Kakariko today.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. That's kind of nice. Aww. All right, let's see what we got in library. And more love. And he's saying, nah, I'm good. I got enough. With this amount of health at the beginning, it's making me wonder, maybe blue and red mail are going to be stuck behind G Tower. Hey, red rupee. Which would be very comical.
So money and love.
It would be against my standards to wish upon my racers that I'm commentating for to have the easiest route to beat the game. That's just not entertaining.
Not at all. Why, to suggest such a thing is most unorthodox, my friend.
I mean, we already got required Aga Tower. Can we get required MS Pedestal? That'd be a good way to close out the night. Though we do have a race, I believe, at 1 in the morning, so I can't. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I need to calm down. I need to breathe for a little bit.
Don't get too greedy, my friend. We have plenty of races to go on. We're still not even to the brackets. This is just the pools.
I know, but the pools are the best part, because you see so many people you've never heard of before.
And they're all making the splash.
Hey, I see what you did there. All the seeds are created ahead of time, and they're locked away in a vault, guarded by top men. All right, we're gonna go find out what we got in
Ark of the Covenant, I believe.
Something like that. Let's go check out Fake Hype Cave. I call it Fake Hype Cave because sometimes people mistakenly call it Hype Cave, which I'm guilty of doing. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, didn't you make that mistake in a previous race that you commentated for?
I don't want to talk about it. It's in the past. Let it go. Come on,
we call this the Wonder Cave, or the Mini Moldorm Cave.
What does the Wonder Cave mean? Is that someone I should know or care about?
Caring is optional, but somebody that you know of may have forgotten this cave during his normal routing, and it cost him a great deal of time.
Are you talking about, like, the difference of, like, 1st or 2nd, or, like, 1st and 20th?
I think you're gonna have to take it up with the proper authority on that one, but I do not believe that it was SRL.
Ninnies? Is that your phone?
I apologize.
Hello?
I will silence it now.
Well, I mean, was that a text message? Because you got to read it out loud now.
Okay. He says, "Nice job, beat that guy nicely."
That could be taken out of context. Anyway, so far, nothing of use has been found since we got the boots. Absolutely nothing. It seems like both players are going to go check out Ice Rock Cave and then probably save and quit. We might see FoxZerro head back. I don't know if FoxZerro knows the fake flipper business. I'm wondering where GLS is off to.
For my phone going off and ruining your immersion. We now get back to our regularly scheduled Link to the Past adventures.
Finally, I've been waiting.
Oh, SFI.
Alrighty. So next options we have are checking the Agina's Cave and Desert, as well as we can see what's on the ledge in the desert that we can't get it. Our players could also head over to Sahasrahla, steal his goods that are behind him. There's like 3 chests back there. And it looks
apologize.
Like What's the
name of that cave?
Agina?
Agina?
Yeah. Unless I'm thinking of a different one.
I do believe that was Aghanim's cave.
No? Is this a joke? Is this a bit? Am I part of a bit right now?
Ah, you got me, man. I'm sorry. I'm trying to set you up, and I got all these jokes.
Ah! I'm sorry. I'm just so much more upset by this blue mail and mirror shield.
See a high five? Oh, there it is. But they high-fived each other in different clothing.
I thought this was going to be a hard seed. Now I'm disappointed.
Well, they do have my favorite mail.
Blue mail? Jelly mail?
Oh yes,
All right,
I do believe
like...
your whole spiel on that one.
Oh yeah, it was. We don't have to get into that, but it was good. It was a good conversation starter. All right, let's see.
Commentary made me very hungry.
Hungry for condiments? I don't know. Do you eat mayonnaise out of the jar, like straight with a spoon?
I believe you were a Miracle Whip man.
Yeah, 50-50.
Anyway,
all right. Let's see if Eastern Palace pays off. Now, currently, neither player. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Red mail. What did I say? I thought I said there was gonna be a hard seed. All right. Interesting find. I'm sorry, guys.
Those mails one after another is usually a disappointing sight. It's much like finding the blue boomerang and then the red boomerang right after, basically rendering the little advantage a little bit early and then just getting something better.
I
feel bad for
if I'm getting a little excited. I thought this was going to be a hard race, but this is free. All those hearts, all that defense. If this has to be a Master Sword run. All right, I'm putting my money down. I'm putting 50 kappas on the line.
50 kappas?
50 kappas. Who wants to? What's the poker term? Check? Is that where you match it?
I believe so.
Okay. Chat, hit me up. Now, as of right now, there are 3 items in Eastern. We have seen 2 now, the red mail and a piece of heart. Let's see what we got left.
Now, since they do not have the bow, they cannot finish this, but I believe that we are going to see 1 item that's going to lead them straight to Aghanim. They are looking either for a upgraded sword or a cape. They know that the moon portal is there, so that is what is going to stop them from getting into the dark world. Plus, they're going to get that free portal that's going to allow them to explore the right side of the dark room, or dark world. I apologize.
I believe I'm being corrected. It is called Calling.
Yes, thank you so much, Cyclone.
Check is when they flip the next card over, right?
Well, it's clear that both of us are not poker players.
I watched poker once, but then I fell asleep. Now, Zelda, I could watch that for years and not fall asleep. Years, I tell you.
All right, so we know that the big key is in its vanilla location, meaning that the either a dungeon item or an item is going to be from the big chest. Let us see what GLS gets.
And he got a dungeon map, which means that Armos is going to hold the 3rd item, but we won't be able to see that yet until we get the bow. So what options do we have left, Ninnies? I believe we have that Cave and Desert. We have Zora, but it looks like our players are going to have to farm some rupees, and you know how much fun it is to farm rupees.
Well, yeah, without them having either the Power Glove or the Titan's Mint, it is going to make them very, very difficult for them to farm for rupees. They will have to go to Kakariko for the best option for that, or do some rupee tree pulling. I have faith that Aghanim's Cave is going to pay out. Ooh, FoxZerro choosing to go a little bit farther into Eastern Palace. Oh,
smart.
Pulling a fast one on us, Fox.
Smart.
Look at all that money.
All right, this is going to be the cape so they can go to do Aga Tower. Or, here's the Power Glove. That was my second guess, obviously. So now they can go up to Death Mountain, and there'll be 2 items waiting for them up there that they can potentially get. Well, that they actually can get, as well as get some scouting and some information on some other possible items. Gotta go save that old man.
Is also heading down to check Aga's Cave. Seeing that our racers are just right behind each other. Ooh, did FoxZerro not drain?
No, I believe he went straight to Mini Moldorm.
Interesting. Most runners tend to drain this location and then move on to Mini Moldorm. So it could have been a good risk. We know that it didn't really pay off with any other items other than love, as we've seen that Light World has been nothing but love and money.
Mm-hmm. And a glove.
Well, a light world full of love and money without a glove is not a light world that I want to be a part of.
Love and glove. Oh wow, we got the mirror from Old Man. So now our players can go up to Hera, but Hera being a pendant dungeon, I believe, and they also don't have a fire source. They may not be able to finish it, but I'm already going to predict that Spectacle, on the top of Spectacle Rock, is going to be a required item. And it is... Oh, Bombos. We don't know. That could be required. We don't know yet.
Well, it's still nice to have.
Mm-hmm.
Bombos is still very nice to have. If they want to... if we find that Ice Palace is required, and they have not yet found the Fire Rod, Bombos would do just finely.
That's a very good point. Now, let's hope that FoxZerro makes his way up here. I was a little worried that him grabbing those rupees... Where's he going? That him grabbing those rupees in Eastern Palace meant he might be heading up to Zora. And now that we know the routing that the game has kind of given us with the Power Glove in the desert cave to the Invisible Cloak, which means that's going to lead them to Aga Tower. This might be a bit of a loss for him. Oh, he's going to go buy some bombs. Always a good choice.
Not a bad idea. I mean, he does have the money advantage over greenlinenshirt, so he'll still have to do less farming. But now he has 10 bombs to work with.
Yeah, it's not a bad choice. It might have been better to like since with the whole like prize packs from enemy drops being completely randomized, it might have been a good try to like see what enemies drop some. But at the same time, if you got rupees to spare and you're not in a hurry to go check Zora, why not? All right, GLS heading up into Hera.
Ooh, I was afraid that he was going to save and quit.
Oh, after getting bombos?
Yeah, instead of just taking a chance and heading into Hera, there is 2 items that he can get from here.
Oh, by the way, the bomb purchase was calculated because he wanted a bomb to go check this cave to go get what he doesn't know what it is, but we know that's Power Gloves.
He's got to get himself that powerful glove. Not a lot of love for the Power Glove, though. Everybody always wants to see the Titan's Mitt, but there is still a lot that can be done with just the Power Glove alone. Getting the big key, though, for greenlinenshirt in that chest is a sight for sore eyes, as the dungeon map was on the first left room.
Which means, potentially, we might have to go down to the basement to get an item, but that will have to be at a later time. Unless Moldorm, like, drops a Fire Rod or something crazy.
Well, we will definitely see something interesting. As he knows where one dungeon item is, he still has yet to find the compass. So either these 2 chests could have it, and we're more likely to see a bomb jump coming here from Green Linen, as well as Moldorm himself could also have an item.
A little late on the bonk. I think he was trying to line himself up and just missed that dash. Or he might have been not even going for the bonk and trying to bomb jump without using the dash, which is possible. Just a little bit, I don't know, less consistent? I don't know, maybe in my experience. I always go for that.
The good news for him is that he had the mirror. If you fall down there and you don't have the mirror, they do have the boomerang, but if the boomerang can't reach any of the switches, he would have had to save and quit.
Right, because he could go downstairs to hit the switch. So that is a very good point.
Hera always has its risks, especially in Randomizer. But we've seen a lot of...
with Moldorm sitting up on top.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of love come from Hera. A lot of runners checking Hera early and getting rewarded with great items.
Well, let's see what we get this time.
It looks like GLS might actually be going for the fall down strat. Falling down the hole to get to the big chest.
It's not a bad idea. After messing up the first time, you're like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and take it easy. Oh, and we got the small key for that one, for his trouble, and the small shield. So that means that Moldorm is either holding the compass or an item. If he's holding the compass, then these players are going to have to come back to check the basement, which will be the second item that you get in Hera.
And I do believe that Hera was a crystal, so GLS is going to complete this dungeon and be rewarded with the first crystal with FoxZerro right behind him. He will be acquiring both the cape and the bombos. Let us see if he also progresses into Hera.
So yeah, FoxZerro, a little behind at this point, but making his way, slowly catching up. We got plenty of time.
Well, early game routing can be beneficial, but as we've seen in a lot of races, it's the mid game that really decides who takes the advantages. So
and also,
I'd say 24 minutes in for a seed like this is still very much early game. With the boots, they can get around a lot quicker.
That was some very smart use of the cape. Only using it when he needed to hit him. While Moldrum was stunned, he turned off the cape so he can conserve magic. And he was rewarded with a red pendant, which he is probably now regretting. Unless Master Sword Pedestal is holding something useful. Now, I didn't see what he got. Chat, did he get a compass? It looks like chat's saying that he got a compass, which means we're gonna have to come back here. And GLS is gonna have to make the decision now. Do I do Aga Tower, or do I check Zora and farm rupees? It looks like he's heading up to Aga Tower, which is a very smart choice. Running out of ideas.
Well, now we know that Para really didn't pay off for GLS. Let's see if FoxZerro wants to still take the same risk. He might have already checked his map and knows that it's a red pendant, as I was mistaken. It is actually Eastern Palace and Desert that were the crystals. Sometimes it's hard to try to catch every single detail on it unless you pause the commentary stream that we see.
And FoxZerro going for the burrito. Because why not? How can you skip on the burrito?
When you're hungry for your next tournament match, why skip the burrito?
You know, you might as well get a Mountain Dew Baja Blast with that burrito, you know what I'm saying?
I do believe that we are not under contract to promote Taco Bell.
I didn't say You said I didn't say it. That was you.
The internet knows where you can get Baja Blast any day of the year.
Look, they used to sell that in retail at grocery stores in a can and a bottle. So don't even give me that names.
GLS having a tough time in Aghanim's Tower. Getting bodied by those super quick blue guards that are so very annoying.
Oh yeah, I've been there before. Thankfully, with a red mail and plenty of hearts, he doesn't really have too much to worry about. The only big issue is just how useless the fighter sword is compared to having even the master sword is just a vast upgrade.
So let's see, FoxZerro having an ability to get into Aghanim's Tower, still choosing to go through Para to see what it contains. Now we know that both of these runners have checked every single location that each other has, maybe just a little bit behind. So we're likely to see FoxZerro understand that, okay, this is an Aghanim 1 seed. I need to go defeat him to progress.
Looks like both players are taking out Moldrum. Assuming they're counting items, they know that Moldrum could potentially have the last item in the dungeon. Interesting, though, that players are doing this despite it being a pendant dungeon and not electing to go straight to Aga Tower. That tombstone pizza.
Looks like FoxZerro is having a much easier time in Hera, though, and utilizing the same cape strat that we saw from GLS, but only utilizing it on the super aggro mode.
You know,
so as we know,
that's less inputs, saves a little bit of time.
Less inputs, yes, but also after a boss fight, your magic and your health refill. So the less magic and less health, or more health that you have that is utilized, you'll actually get out of the dungeon much quicker.
That's a very good point. I learned quite quickly not to spam Fire Rod at the end of a boss, just for the heck of it, so...
Well, you can still spam the Fire Rod on Ganon. There is no refill after that, as we know the game is over.
You gotta save them seconds. But what we do know, we don't know what's on Pyramid, but we do know that the Moon Pearl is at Lumberjack Cave, and because they have the boots, they can immediately go get that once they finish Aga 1.
Speaking of finishing Aga 1, we're about to see what GLS finds on the right side of the pyramid. Now, what this could be, it could really be a lot of different things, but it's definitely going to be something that's going to allow them to progress. So my bets are on either the book, the bow, or the Titan's Mitt.
I want to say book. Or flippers.
Flippers would be interesting, because they have not checked Zora
Hobo, yet. Or Zora. Or Zora's
Ledge. They did not check the hobo?
Oh, it's the shovel! You guys like fetch quests? This could also potentially lead to absolutely nothing. That's the funniest part.
Now, here's the ultimate fetch quest. You know, you get the shovel leads to the mushroom. You get the mushroom leads to, like the flippers. So then you go up to Zora, then Zora gives you the powder, and then finally you get all the way over with the powder, and then it allows you to get an item that helps you progress. That would be an absolute nightmare.
Or a piece of heart.
GLS choosing to mirror and save and quit as opposed to just save and quit in the dark world. We know that
he did both. He saved and quit in the dark world and then spawned on pyramid again, and he was like, oh wait, you can't do that. And then he mirrored and then saved and quit again to go to sanctuary.
Oh, I thought you only started at the top of pyramid if you had both the moon pearl and the mirror, but I must be mistaken. Good to know that.
I'll have to rewatch it, but I do believe he saved and quit and reappeared on the top of the pyramid. It might be a randomizer exclusive.
Ooh, FoxZerro also getting bodied by those guys. I do not like those those blue guards, but I think I don't like Usain Bolt, the red guard, the most. He's actually bodied me a couple of good times.
Those guys are fast.
They are really fast.
I don't know, the guys that are holding their swords like up by their head are kind of terrifying in my opinion. Especially because they like immediately charge you at the same time.
They always know where Link is.
Oh man. Alright, FoxZerro. He's got 4 hearts, so we might need to be a little careful here. Alright, let's find out what the shovel's gonna give us. Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money.
Please, no whammies.
A bottle! Which is gonna get us to the sick kid, who's gonna have our next fetch quest item. Let's go. I want the mushroom now. Come on.
Now, was it just an empty bottle, or did we actually get a magical bee?
It was a bottle with a fairy. Which is very nice. I guess they didn't think all this health and red mail and a mirror shield was enough. They had to give him a fairy in a bottle. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Another fairy in a bottle. So that thus ends our trip to Aga Tower. Absolutely useless.
This is truly terrible, but the good news is that we have the Moon Pearl. And
that is true, we do have the Moon Pearl. But that was funny. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you guys, the racers. I'm laughing towards you. There's a difference.
So it looks like GLS might be heading towards the hobo. Maybe the hobo has an item. The only other option that GLS could probably do is utilizing that free portal that he gained from defeating Aghanim and head up towards Quakefish. Potentially utilizing the mirror up there to get Quakefish and Zora taken care of. But it looks like GLS is going for hobo.
Ooh, and we see the lantern on Lake Hylia Island. And
not a required item, but a really good item to have if you do
really easy to get. All you have to do is get flippers. So if the players can find the flippers, then...
Well, not just the flippers. You also need the Moon Pearl and the mirror, my friend.
Well, they have both of those. Well, GLS does.
FoxZerro's about to get it. We don't want to give our viewers...
Speaking in the present. There it is. There's the ocarina, which is not the most helpful right now, but will definitely come into play later. And then it'll give them an opportunity to go check the chests in the Dark World in Mire, and then hopefully we'll finally get to see which dungeons we'll be doing in the Dark World.
Monopoly Man, the hobo will never have the flippers in the casual seeds, just because for these races, fake flippers is not required in order to progress in this game. Although Zora can have the flippers.
And someone said something about going to Dark Death Mountain. Unfortunately, you need either the hookshot or the hammer to even get to the east side of Death Mountain, and then you still need the Titan Mitts to get to the Dark World. So we won't be seeing that quite yet. And now I believe FoxZerro will be going and checking the shovel spot as well. So once again, he's still always going to Sanctuary instead. What's he up to? What's he cooking?
Well, remember he has to get the Moon Pearl. We saw GLS get it, but
good point.
FoxZerro has yet to pick it up yet.
You know, it's so easy to forget that one little tree up there.
One with an item as important as the Moon Pearl, I doubt they would.
No, I'm saying me. I'm forgetting.
Oh.
I believe I'm having technical issues right now. Are you ninnies? Both my streams have stopped. I believe everything has stopped.
As have mine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there we go.
We're back. We're back. Sorry for the scare, guys. But yes, they won't be able to check Myra quite yet, but we did get the chance to see what was on the ledge in Desert. It was a heart container. So now...
Still showing love.
We still have...
Still showing love.
Tons of love. We have some Dark World options. We could even potentially see our players go into Pod. Palace of Darkness if they want to. Using the... it looks like GLS might be doing that. Maybe heading up to Catfish.
Mm-hmm.
And then... potentially, he could go up to Catfish. If he had enough rupees, he could go up to Catfish, mirror, and then do Zora's Domain.
But he doesn't have enough money. I hope that one of our runners remembers the Rupee Cave just to the right of Desert in order to obtain those things. And I'm going to quickly write down here the crystal locations. We have Skull Woods, Thieves Town, Mire. We also have Pod and Turtle Rock, with Skull and Swamp Palace being pendants. All right, and I am back. GLS looking like he is going to Palace of Darkness. A little bit rough. No hammer and no lamp and no bow. There's not a lot of chests he can check as long as he gets the key in the first left room. He will not be able to progress in this dungeon.
Oh yeah, because of the Mimic Room.
Mm-hmm.
And GLS using his rupees to get into Pod, which means he's going to have to farm a little bit more or get super lucky in Pod to get some more rupees for Zora.
I'm hearing that we're getting...
heading up to Catfish.
We're getting some issues with the game audio. We're working on it.
Give us a second. We're having our people contact their people to contact...
Well, the sound guy, Greg, he's very prideful of his job. So I doubt that he would let this problem continue as soon as he knows about it.
I can't type. I'm making like stupid errors. My fingers are dumb. Let us know when the audio comes back. Us commentators have no control over that, so it's all up to the restreamer, and he's probably working his butt off to get that figured out. But we're gonna find out what Catfish has, and it is some more love. Here's a little heart container for you.
Too much love in this seed.
Here, I got my kazoo for you. Let me do some Dark World. Should I keep going?
I mean, if you want to keep going, I'll join you, man. Hold
on. Seem to be having some... Okay, they're back again. Here we go. I'm excited to see what's inside Pod, and it looks like FoxZerro is going to be doing the same as well, hitting a Pod right afterwards.
Mm-hmm. It looks like GLS got a key in the first room, but he opted to leave. But he's once again returning to Palace of Darkness. I would much like to know his thought process.
Oh, is game audio back? Did my kazoo fix it? Oh my gosh, it's magical. I'm saving this yellow kazoo forever.
I believe we saved it together, my friend.
It was a team effort. Alright, I'm excited to see what we got in Pod. I've seen Palace of Darkness have required items like so many times. Like 5 times out of 7.
And we're having some division in chat over whether or not the kazoo should leave or the kazoo should make a return.
If we have another audio issue, I'll be sure to bring it back.
Also, my honor being called into question.
Minis with no. Minis, why? All right, let's see what we got. I think we've just gotten small keys so far.
Yeah, GLS getting really lucky being able to pick up all these keys, but he is running really low on the amount of chests that he can like fully check in this area. I believe he only has just a couple in the dark room, and then the other 4 on the left side of that breaking bridge. He cannot check any of the chests that are on the right side that utilize the mimics to kill.
Right. He's gonna have to. He'll probably use the key to either go left, and I think he can get another key to go check the room right below these turtle room. The turtle room right now. Oh, and we have the Kana Somaria. Wow.
Ooh. That is really nice to have. As we know, Meyer is required. GLS did check his map. I do not believe that FoxZerro has checked his map at all.
I don't think so.
So we know what are the crystals, which are Eastern Palace Desert, Skullwoods, Thieves Town, Mire, Pod, and Turtle Rock. So Kana Somaria is very much needed.
And GLS is going to be doing some dark rooms, since he does not have a lamp.
I love to see dark room tech. It's one of my favorite things to practice recently with this randomizer tournament, because you never know if you're going to have the lamp. So it's really good to practice.
It's good to have that knowledge. And we see him using the sword as kind of like a little light stick, a little light sword to kind of see where he's going. This room right here, it's hard to there's 2 chests down there. It's like a big U-shaped room. It seems, I believe he's checked one. Oh, and one had a red rupee, so the other one, he needs to pause so we can see if he got anything useful from it. Because I think only certain items will actually appear in the dark.
Yeah,
like rupees, bombs, small keys, but like required items.
Unfortunately, dungeon items do not show up. Big keys also do not show up.
Oh, and it looks like he's...
It looks like he is opting to leave Palace of Darkness.
Interesting.
Let's see if FoxZerro has a little bit more.
And FoxZerro is doing the same. He said, "Nah, I don't know dark rooms. I'm out of here."
Interesting. Well, the good news is that FoxZerro won't be spending his time in that dark room trying to find those rupees. We will see a return here. greenlinenshirt knows about the free rupee farming. He's got a plan to go up to Zora and be like, "What you got for me? What you got for me, fish man?"
And it is 60 rupees. That is an armada of men. Even though that's not the correct term to use for it, would be an army, but Armada just sounds like a cooler name. Also, shout out to Smash Bros. Melee. Anyway, every time you go back into that cave, you get 60 rupees. So it's only going to take him three trips. Well, I believe if Zero does it, it's going to take, if he goes to there, it will take him a few more trips. But he is, where's he going? I hope he realizes he doesn't have that much money. Zero, where are you going? Zero, I can't reach him.
I wonder if he's just going up there to check the location and to see what is standing there.
He is getting rid of his fairy to spend money on a potion? I mean, he must have good faith that King Zora has absolutely nothing.
That is a huge amount of money to spend on a blue potion when you know that he needs money for all kinds of different things. Dig game, chess game. He already used 110 to enter pod, and of course, the big greedy fish up there, King Zora, needs 500 for all sorts of things that he could be holding.
All right, Fox, where are you off to? Yeah, there's nothing you can do up in Death Mountain right now. You need a hook shot or a hammer or a fire source. So
I believe
your best
FoxZerro
bet
realizes
is
that right now.
Probably to hang out. Honestly, like, Zora's like the last option. Did we see what was on the ledge? Because I did not see it.
I did not either. It got pretty pixelated for me. Chat, could you help us out? What was on the waterfall?
It also doesn't, unless Zora gives us flippers right now. Though I feel like Titan's mitts would be nice.
All right.
Or the hammer.
Reports back. It is bombs that were there.
Zora had the hammer.
Ooh. That is
really bad for Zero.
Item to be withholding.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever been trolled by the hammer location?
Hammer location. Oh, yes, in my first race with Kenny, the OK guy. It wasn't so much that it trolled me, it's just that I forgot about the Bombos tablet, which had the hammer. And it was also after 2 trips to the Ice Palace for no reason, so... Yeah.
Yeah, the hammer is something that, like, in a lot of seeds, I've seen just kind of given away. In my race seed, that it was on the library, but there was one seed where I was without the hammer, and let me tell you, the first time you experience needing to complete the game and you do not have the hammer, you don't understand how many places that hammer is required.
Right. It's also nice to have if you're still stuck with the fighter sword, as a hammer smash is the same strength as a tempered sword slash, a level 3 sword.
And we're seeing GLS utilize the power glove, going to the top part of Kakariko Village, hammering down that peg to get into the Dark World. He wants to see what Thieves Town and Thieves Refuge is containing.
And it's 30 rupees for chess game, so he had enough to check chess game, correct? It's 30 rupees for chess game, and
I believe
80
it
for
is.
digging
Yes,
game?
dig game is
Okay.
80.
All right, Thieves Town it is, and with the hammer he can complete all of it. And we also, I believe this was a crystal dungeon.
Yes, it was. There are 4 items inside Thieves Town.
And we got the ice rod for his first one.
It does not matter what sword you have, what you hit blind with. He has 9 health and 3 phases, and he only has to be hit just by anything. Hammer, sword, bow, it does not matter.
And Zero heading back into Pod. He hasn't checked like the top portion of Pod, so he might be thinking that there's something useful up there. Also, we don't know how well he knows dark rooms, but this is a pretty big gamble at this point. But at the same time, you know, when you're down 400 and something rupees, you're not thinking about going to Zora.
All right, looks like my video is back. Mine was getting heavily pixelated. Let me refresh.
Oh, welcome back. All right, he's heading down in the basement. I believe there was a red rupee and something else down here, so nothing really too much to gain. And GLS is moving through probably the roughest part of Thieves Town. Just a lot of spikes and moving flooring. And those stupid red dudes that kind of are invisible but kind of aren't, and like to move into you and are kind of annoying. That's what I call them. It's in
looking
quotes.
Like GLS had a little bit of problems with the Hellway, trying to get that God Pixel. That's something that we call the God Pixel. As you dash out the door frame, you stop at the right moment and you dash up, and most of the time you can get through that area without even taking any damage. It can lag down the game, but getting through the Hellway super quick like that it's very nice.
You can't say Hellway. That's a swear word. You can't say that in here. This is PG.
I apologize. The Heckway.
Thank you. Or the Heckin' way.
GLS getting the book in Thieves Town.
All right, that's good. We still need a fire source to defeat Landmullup, but potentially we could see a fire source, or maybe the flippers, which would make for a fun fetch quest to go get the lamp.
I mean, it's starting to look more and more that this is this seed does have some fetch questy aspects to it, but it's seeming like those fetch quests are the result of entering a dungeon only to get another item that helps you progress another dungeon.
Are you saying this is a trolley seed?
I'm getting that feel.
I mean, after getting so much hearts and so much defense, it seems pretty fitting in my opinion.
Oh, of course. And, you know, getting boots early, that definitely makes any runner feel the pressure immediately. You know that your opponent has the boots as well, and I mean, it helps with the movement, but you can't have that unsettling feeling that they're utilizing them better, they're maximizing their dashes, and they're clearing out dungeons.
Yeah, it does look like FoxZerro is probably going to be heading back into that rupee room in Eastern Palace, It's definitely not the fastest way to do it, but I guess he's not aware of the rupee cave over by desert. But he'll make sure to remember that for the next time.
I believe as long as you enter that room and then leave through the big key door, you can continue to farm rupees. But I believe, no, I am mistaken. You do have to mirror out of escape every time, or not escape, Eastern, in order to refill that room full of rupees.
I believe we missed a key item. I believe there was the mushroom in the big chest, or at least that's what chat's saying. They might just be saying mushroom for the heck of it. I don't know. I'm gonna take their word for it.
I already see GLS open up his...
No, I already did it. I already hit the button. It's already there.
Alright, GLS getting his first crystal. No idea which crystal this is.
Complete silence.
So for the time being, I'm just going to hit crystal 1, and then once he opens up his item HUD, I will adjust it.
Let's see. Hopefully GLS remembers to go check out the chess game. Because usually you'll drop by there before you go into TT.
Okay, it's 7, not 1.
Oh, and there's the flippers. I was close. It was in the vicinity. And what is Zero looking for? This is a room I've never been in. I feel like this is one of those guys you give him rupees, and he tells you a hint and then heals you.
I have a feeling that these might be original locations for C-shaped house for GLS paying off big with the bow.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, he does not have the Titan mitts, so he's gonna have to figure out how to get out of this sticky situation. He also does not have enough money to go to Digging Game, and he will not be able to walk back up there. And he's aware of his rupee count, so he is gonna go check Tree Kid probably, and then mirror down to bottom of dig site.
That's definitely a good play. Looks like FoxZerro is trying to utilize the shovel to get himself some rupees.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You don't like to watch. I feel like there's been a couple of races where it started out with both the racers farming rupees, and it's not fun. It's frustrating as both the player and the commentators and the viewers.
Yeah.
So
also feeling lost as FoxZerro might be right now. He knows that, well, Fox knows that Zora needs to be checked. And we know that there's the hammer there. Fox just really wants to harvest as much money as possible. But unfortunately, I do not believe that FoxZerro knows about that little rupee cave.
You know, if you think about it, that is such an advantage, having that knowledge. That one cave is such a tremendous, like, game changer. Now that I'm looking at it, like
in certain seeds, especially like in this,
like 240 rupees, like 238 rupees. That's a lot of rupees. Now he did buy a blue potion, so he's gonna be he's probably kicking himself a little bit for doing that.
Well, hold on to your butt right now. We're about to get into the hype cave. Now we saw a little bit of arrows. Pretty
unhype, in my opinion. All right, GLS, what you think about? He's got the bow, so he can go finish Pod and Eastern. But does he remember where he saw the lamp? It looks like he does.
Yeah. Hype Cave really phoning it in today.
Looks like Zero's going to be gambling in more ways than one. Could be doing some chess game stuff over here. Not the same chess game, but one of the options. It's actually not a bad choice. 20 rupees to potentially get 50. It's not bad.
It's not bad at all. Unfortunately,
GLS,
I think does take longer.
Oh, that worked! What? He was like inside the ledge. He stood there for a while like, hey, let me up.
I believe you can jump off, right? Nope, he just walks off. Interesting. I've done that a couple of times when I'm trying to check the mirror spot up by like top right mire. I've actually mirrored too early and just kind of popped off the ledge.
Did he save and quit in the middle of the jump?
I do not know. I'm having some issues with my stream.
I see DQ in chat. Dark Magician, what happened? Did he prime the EG? It didn't look like anything happened, so I think we're fine. FoxZerro still going for that chess game. Come on, man, grab a hundo. All right, we're getting there. It is crazy to think about how much of a game changer just that one little bit of information has. But it would be no different than a player just not knowing where a particular chest is, and let's say that chest had like the Cane of Samaria and just was like decided the game. It's just one of those things that you have to pick up from experience. I didn't know it existed until like 5 races in. Of course, you know, they weren't tourney races or anything, so.
Yeah, I also learned the hard way when I needed to farm rupees to go to Zora. A couple of people after the race was over asked me, "You don't know about this place in right before desert?" And as with most things in randomizers, if you forget it once, it is something that you dare not risk again forgetting.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I won't be much of a help commentating on the actual races as right now. I'm getting some problems with my frame rate.
Oh no. Well, I guess I'll just have to play my...
The music isn't dead, my friend.
No, that was a slide whistle for your troubles.
Your slide whistle made me feel better. Thank you so much.
No problem. That's why I'm here. Alright, so green linen shirt has everything he needs, including the lantern, to knock out Palace of Darkness pretty quickly, especially having already done a few of the chests, so. Alright, Zero, how close are you, buddy?
Okay. I have a stable frame rate again. So,
here we go.
With GLS in Palace of Darkness and having everything that he needs in order to complete this, and we know that it's a crystal dungeon, we're likely to see him mirror right after and do Eastern Palace immediately.
Are we seeing a bomb jump right now? Now, bomb jump is a double pixel perfect setup. You have to set down the bomb on such a precise pixel and then place yourself on another precise pixel to get the perfect bomb jump. And he was just a little bit too high. Let's see if he goes for it again. He has 9 bombs, so he has plenty of opportunities. But looks like he's saying, nah, 1 attempt is enough. I've already embarrassed myself. Let's just go. But good effort, good effort.
No, you did an excellent job explaining it. An update on my router, the banana is fine. It does really good bananify. I just need to restart it.
We got a Master Sword in the top right or top left of the maze, and you see GLS try it out a little bit. He's swung it a few times.
Very happy to get rid of that fighter sword.
Yeah, very stoked. He tossed that on the ground and said, "Uncle, you're dead to me."
Now, I wonder, we know that Progressive Sword is not going to be added during the tournament, but it will be interesting if the seed does turn out to be a pseudo-Progressive Sword, where our runners find Master Sword, then Tempered, and then Butter.
And there we have it. We are at 500 rupees. Unfortunately, Zero has lost a lot of time, so he's going to need some catching up. Now, here's the thing. The game is not over. We could find both of our racers at some point on the wacky, crazy hunt for a single item. Usually it's been the Cane of Samaria, but we already have that, so...
It's looking like for this race, it could be the hookshot, a medallion that is needed to enter either T-Rock or Mire, or the Fire Rod.
Yeah.
Basing my theory off of what GLS has left over to complete this seed, FoxZerro not too far behind.
He's gonna go hit up Catfish and then Zora, grab his hammer, and then
I believe FoxZerro has already done Catfish. Unless I am mistaken.
I remember him going up here, but he went up here to buy a potion. I don't think he's been up to Catfish. We'll find out. And then where did we get the bow?
The bow was in C-shaped house. So what we can see is
that's
having
mean. That's actually kind of mean.
Yes, but with the amount of locations that you can access the Dark World with just the Power Glove and the Hammer alone, we're likely to see FoxZerro head over to Kakariko anyway, just for the sheer amount of items that are there, and going into Thieves Town where he's going to find the Ice Rod, and going down to the Bombable Hut where he'll find Flippers. He's going to be very happy if he heads over to Thieves Refuge right after this.
Yeah, I don't think Zero would go back into pod without the bow.
Yeah,
grabbing the hammer. The thing is, like, whenever I forget that you can use the hammer and the Power Glove to get into the portal to get to Village of Outcasts or the Dark World over by Kakariko.
Now we're getting.
It always had like the Titan bits, so.
Yeah, we're
Remember
getting
that thing
some
we talked about
estimates.
at the beginning of the game with Helmasar?
Oh yes. We're getting some estimates on how far FoxZerro is behind greenlinenshirt. We don't know for sure. It can come down to routing, depending on where FoxZerro goes now. After he has the hammer and what route he takes, he could get right back up on pace with greenlinenshirt. While he does have more items and crystals, it's really going to come down to that routing.
So it looks like he's deciding, yes, I'm going to go to Thieves, where he's going to go ahead and do Blind, which makes sense. You get the hammer and you're like, well, I can go do Thieves Town. And then he'll get the Flippers and probably go check Hobo to get the Ocarina. And Lantern. Not a bad route.
Not at all. Being able to mirror in Lake Hylia, pick up that lantern, and then swim over to the hobo and probably save and quit.
Or, yeah. That would probably be faster than like swimming back across, like leaving Hobo Bridge, swimming down, and then there's like a little ladder bridge you can get up to go up to Eastern Palace. But
now here's.
You'll probably want to go activate his Ocarina actually.
Yeah, here's an interesting routing that you can actually do. You can get to good old Papa John's Tombstone.
Tombstone Pizza? King Tombstone?
Mm-hmm. You can get there with the Power Glove and the mirror. If you take the Dark World route, there is a bush that you can slice through and mirror, and you'll be inside that area where the Titan's Mitt can reside. And it can actually be there too, in casual.
greenlinenshirt, he got his first crystal from Thieves, and he got his second one from finishing Palace of Darkness. Now he's about to grab his third, and he's remembering to grab some rupees, because he'll need them for the chest game in Thieves Town, as well as the digging game.
FoxZerro happily getting his finger webs, heading up to C-shaped house where he's going to get his bow and arrow.
Oh yeah, and that is true. Now with the book, we could eventually see what's at Master Sword Pedestal, though more than likely the players will not choose to go check that out until possibly after they have the Fire Rod and are in the process of taking out Skull Woods. Assuming that's a crystal dungeon.
Yeah, let's do some theories. Hera is a crystal dungeon, or a pendant dungeon, and then we have, I believe it was Ice and Swamp that were pendants. So we could potentially see the Fire Rod at that location, or a medallion.
And we saw there up at Bumper Cave we had another fairy in a bottle. So that's 3 fairies in a bottle.
FoxZerro perhaps knows exactly what I was talking about. It looks like he is heading that way.
And I'm hoping he's going to check up north of Greater as well.
Knowing that he does not have the Titan's Mitt, but he does have the mirror, will allow him to check that. Now, this is someplace that greenlinenshirt has not gone yet. Let us see if it pays off for him.
Nope.
That
Bombs.
is unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
That is really unfortunate. It's a very clever trick. But unfortunately, it did not give FoxZerro the item that he was most likely hoping for. GLS heading into Desert, another crystal dungeon, and with Fire, can complete this dungeon.
Yeah, there are 2 possible items in here. Could possibly be required items.
Keeping an eye on FoxZerro here as he checks the cave right above Graveyard, utilizing the plethora of bombs that he has obtained.
Nope. Arrow upgrade.
Ooh.
I'm hoping though. Oh, and we got the Cane of Berna, Brian, as our first item in Desert Palace.
Brian making an appearance.
Yo, shout out to Brian. Where's Zero off to now? Looks like he's gonna be looks like he's gonna go check Hype Cave.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate that he did not check, like... Oh, did he check some chests? He must have checked some chests and thieves then, because he did get the flippers.
No, remember the flippers were in the Bombable Hut.
I mean, in
of
Village of Outcasts. I meant in the vicinity, not just the dungeon. But he did not do thieves.
He did not do thieves.
Alright. Well, we know that Hype Cave wasn't very hype.
Off-duty gamer asking us, why do the runners not just go to the Houlihan room? I am a little bit confused as to what the Houlihan room is. It is not not something that I've heard before.
It's a room. Andy and Super Scudge did it in their reverse boss order run or race at AGDQ 2016. It was like an encore race where it was the first one to get to Houlihan room, and I believe it's just, isn't it? It's just a room full of rupees.
Oh yes,
exactly
I believe you actually have to EG in order to get to that, and since exploration glitch is not allowed in this tournament, they cannot get in there. Now I know what you're talking about. It just I dropped a blink on it.
That's a lot of money.
FoxZerro
more than likely, most players do not know of that room or do not know how to get to that room.
There we go. So FoxZerro is doing what I thought he would do. Get the lantern, swim up to the hobo. He's getting a plethora of items, so he feels like he's on the right track now. He's finally catching up in items right behind GLS. GLS is just soaring through these dungeons.
Yeah, and we saw in Desert Palace we had not only the Cane of Ryan, but Quake as well. So potentially we already have all the medallions we could possibly need for this run, but we'll have to wait and see if anything needs ether.
Well, with me, I always love to see ether at Mire. The bird toss is a great thing to cheer up any runner and the crowd. Gets them all riled up when they see that bird fly straight into the water. Good old frozen bird in the water.
GLS using the Ice Rod, which works and does, I believe, the same amount of damage as the Fire Rod. It's just a little bit slower. It's just not as great as the Fire Rod to use on
the Ice Rod. In my opinion. Yeah, the Ice Rod strategy for this boss, you need to not spam Ice Rod as much. It travels slower, and it can lag down the game, and also how the Lenmolas take damage, you need to space it out. But yes, you can still defeat them with that.
It was a pretty good Landmola, giving him his 4th crystal, while Zero, I believe, is still working on his first one. Now, as we all remember, Hera still has a potential item in the basement. I'm curious to see if that could hold a particular useful item.
I think we're gonna see GLS here. Loot 2. Okay, never mind.
Probably gonna check Bombos?
It's possible that he'll check Bombos, yes. Now that he has an upgraded sword, he can check both Ether and Bombos.
And it'd be a good idea to head up to check Ether and then check inside to see what Hera could possibly have. It's a bit of a time loss with the tile room, but if it pays off, by golly, it pays off.
Let me see FoxZerro heading back to Pod to complete his first crystal dungeon. FoxZerro did complete a fair amount of Palace of Darkness without the lamp, and now returning with the lamp, the bow, and the hammer, much more confidence in completing this dungeon.
We've had a lot of races over the past week or so. I don't remember exactly how many of those required extensive farming. I believe this one, and we had one yesterday, that required quite a bit of early game farming for rupees.
I believe that another race had farming in Kakariko because they did not have the Power Glove, so that was their only option.
Oh, so they had to do Blind's Basement over and over again, which only has, what, 3
I
times
think at
5,
most 30.
Or 6 times 5. Yeah, 30. 6 blue roops. Alright. Well, we got a piece of heart from Bombos. Let's see what Ether Tablet has for us. And with the hammer in hand, GLS will be able to head over to East Death Mountain, where there are like 7 or 8 chests, and then possibly whatever's on the island. He could easily get the Titan Mitts, and then that will lead to even more opportunities. And then there's also
you're correct
Spike
first.
Cave.
It is 7, but 8 with the floating island.
Right,
GLS actually checking Burning Cave though. Good old Brian's cave.
He's got the hearts, he's got the magic, but does he have the skills?
Well, he's using the Cane of Brian, which uses less magic than the cape does, allowing him to get here without any damage taken. Unfortunately, he does have Fairy in a bottle, so I think he's just gonna take the death.
Yeah, unfortunate, but he's got 3. No, he's got 2. He didn't grab the 3rd one, but
yeah, FoxZerro getting his upgraded sword, and he's shown it to the world that he has the Master Sword and he is not afraid to use it.
Which there was a few rooms in Kakariko that if you pull on the Mario painting, it does give you something. I remember there was one in the Sick Kid room. That might give you a red, like 1 or 2 red rupees, or hearts, or it's randomized, or it pulls it, or gives you a boo. All right, let's see what we have over there at Ether Tablet. Big money.
Now, I can also guarantee that GLS knows about the hammer pegs and will be heading over to the right side of Death Mountain.
300 rupees, what a time to get it. Right.
Well, you know, he still does need some money for Dig Game and Chess Game, but whatever he has not used, he can utilize to buy potions, because he now has a free bottle. Unfortunately, for Fox, he had to release 1 fairy in order to purchase a blue potion. Greenlinenshirt now actually utilized his fairy, so that way he can continue checking Death Mountain without saving and quitting, because if he saved and quit in the Dark World, they would have just put him right back on Pyramid.
GLS, noticing that he doesn't have the magic that he wants, there's a fun little thing you can do where if you hit that switch and then stand on top of the block in a certain way, you kind of go into this invincibility frames so that you can just kind of hang out while the tiles kind of do their thing and you don't actually take any damage. Oftentimes, good chance to like go get a drink, go refill your coffee, maybe a little quick potty break. Probably not.
I mean, we know for you, you like to get boots later on in the seed, so that way you can enjoy your cup of coffee.
Yes, so I would not have enjoyed this seed because I would not be able to drink any of my coffee right now.
Would you say that you would hate the seed?
I wouldn't hate it, not yet. Also, unfortunate, Hera did not have anything of use. Hera was absolutely worthless because if you recall, the other items we got there were the fire shield and piece of heart, I believe, something like that.
And the red pendant that both of our players have. All right, let's see what's on the floating isle.
What was it? I didn't see it.
Bombs. It is just a nice little 3-pack of bombs.
All right, well that means that we got to get some good items here pretty soon. I'm feeling the Titan Mitts. We're running out of time and locations.
Yeah, we are running out of possible locations for these Titan Mitts.
FoxZerro heading down into the dark basement of Pod. I'm excited to see his Helmasaur fight.
Also, what I would love to see here on Death Mountain, it would be the hookshot and the Titan's Mitt. It would definitely pay off, so that way they could finalize the rest of the chests in Dark World, Death Mountain.
Heck, we could be in Go mode by the end of Death Mountain.
It would be interesting to see Death Mountain pay off so nicely.
Oh, nice use of the mirror there. You know, I didn't really think about that ever being a thing. You just don't think about that stuff. You always go down to the bottom and you drop down, but that's a little quick little... Hey, and you were right, there's the fire rod, baby. Nice.
Now, with the fire rod in hand, I believe the only thing that he's looking for is possibly one other medallion and the hookshot. and then GLS will be in go mode.
Alright guys, you see in that Helmasaur fight, he's not using his sword, so every time he hits him, it throws him backwards facing the opposite direction. It doesn't really throw you off that much, but depending on his movement can make it a little tricky. But it looks like Zero's got this in the bag.
There is the Titan's Mitt for GLS in in Death Mountain, which will allow him to check the rest of them. The two chests that you can Super Bunny to can hold the hookshot, but the hookshot cave cannot hold the hookshot for him.
It can be in the very first chest in Hookshot Cave. You can bonk to it. I think it could.
Is that true?
Yep. It can be there. I've seen it there. I'm hoping it's gonna be there because that would be hilarious. Because then I don't look so crazy.
A weird spot that I've seen the hookshot is in the bumper cave. Not a lot of people know that you don't have to utilize the hookshot there to get over the hole. You can walk along the top side of the gap and pick up the pots, so that way you can move over that way. All right, let's see what these are. $20 and $50.
Hey, that's
GLS is more than likely sick of seeing money in this seed.
I've seen enough.
Probably bonking there out of frustration, trying to knock the money out of his pockets.
Oh, and there's also a quick little thing. You can see FoxZerro trying to do it in this room with the... Oh, did he? Oh, yeah. He saved and quit. I'm guessing that wasn't the hook shot, but you can get it there. I promise.
It was silver arrows for him.
Oh, really? Hey, that's still a good find. You'll often find a good item in that spot. Anyway, back to what I was saying about FoxZerro. There is a little setup you can do where you can knock two of the Stalfos while they're still invisible using pots, or silver arrows or fire rod, or even beams from your sword, and then it just forces the other ones to not spawn. Alright, here's what I want. I want a Master Sword Ganon fight, alright? It's happening. If it doesn't happen, I'll eat my... Well, I need to get some new shoes anyway. Don't quote me on that.
I think we're going to quote you on that.
Don't.
But I think
I just said don't
get a tempered sword sometime here in the near future.
Don't type in quotations on Twitch chat with a dash saying Will J. Bradley 2017. Just don't do that. All right. Looks like
why not just abbreviate it, man? That has a lot of things to type. Just WJB.
Eat my sweater. I mean, I do have an old sweater. I'm not gonna. Can't eat this kazoo. It's plastic. All right, GLS heading up to hit at the old Skull Woods. Now we're still on the lookout for Hookshot, but seeing as Swamp is not a required dungeon, we could potentially even see Hookshot in G Tower. I say that with a question mark because I'm not 100% sure, but I know that you need the Hookshot to get past Mold Room 2 if you don't know how to hover.
I am not sure if that is a possible location.
X in current year? Well, I love that one. I didn't say Tempered Sword soon. Nini said that.
I think the only way that the hookshot could be in G Tower is if it is either in the first, either on the right side or on the lamp that you bonk.
Can you do the left side of G Tower, that one room, with just bonks, or do you need the hookshot at some point?
You can do it with bonks, but the hookshot would not be over there because normally you would need it to progress through that area.
No.
Eat my shit.
Anyway, it's delicious. It's 100% cotton. Hopefully now we'll be able to see. I'm hoping that GLS will check to see what is at MS Pedestal at this point. Who knows? We could get hookshot at MS. No, we can't because that would.
No, we can't.
So MS Pedestal is basically pointless. So he probably won't even check it, except for maybe for the lulz.
Yeah, my bets are on Couch Cash.
A little bit of love, or a broken heart.
Broken heart. Hookshot could be in my heart.
Ooh, nice little bomb jump to get across there. That's pretty good. Just for a burrito. Is that breakfast burrito? Guys, what's your favorite burrito? Never mind. And it looks like Zero's going to be hitting up the bottom side, heading towards Thieves. Unfortunately, though, since he doesn't have the tight mitts, he won't be able to get to Thieves from this location. But nor does he have enough money to do digging game, so he might just check these two spots, mirror, and then flute on over to Thieves.
I think where I'm willing to put my money on, where this I'm gonna bet like 25 kappas that the hook shot is either held by
Cold Stare.
No. I'm gonna bet the
Why
I'm gonna
no?
bet the 25
Why not? That would be
kappas.
funny.
It would be funny, but here
Cold
but here's
Stare
my
Pendant
guess.
Dungeon. Come on. Okay, I'm betting against your bet. I say
Check this
26
out.
that Cold Stare has it.
The area to the right of Thieves' Refuge has not been checked because of how the Titans Mint were so late.
Oh, like where the breadsmiths
Like blacksmith, yeah, the breadsmiths, half magic, like all these things can be checked over there once you get the Titans Mint. So that is where I'm willing to put the hook shot at. Is in
You
that
almost
area.
said, you almost said that is Willard. That is where You almost said my name.
That's where I'm placing Willard. Is over at the breadsmiths. I need him
Drop
tempered.
gun. Dude, I want some of that Olive Garden breadsticks or Fazoli's.
We'll just dust you with hot Cheeto sauce.
That image is terrifying. All right, let's see GLS's Mothula battle. Now we have Master Sword and Fire Rod. He's unfortunately missed a few times with the Fire Rod, so he's going to be relying on his Master Sword. He does have, I believe he has a blue. He doesn't have any potions, but he does have.
He has one more fairy, if I'm correct.
So, and plenty of health. He should be fine. He's got this. I believe in
He's got
you.
the red mail. He's dodging. He knows how to do Mothula.
Easy peasy.
He had a good setup with Mothula against blocking against the little tile back there, but I do not think that he got the double hit on him.
Nah, it didn't
It
look
looked like yeah, it
He
looks
was a
like he
little
might
too
have hit
off.
the spike.
Mm-hmm.
But
And-
still, a nice Master Sword fight from GLS on Mothula, getting him his 5th crystal.
And Zero still skipping out on chess game, going straight over to Thieves, where he's going to get his Ice Rod right there,
Mm-hmm.
and
He's gonna be very
his
happy to see that.
Mushroom. I think it was Ice Rod and Mushroom were in Thieves.
Yeah, he's gonna be happy to get that Ice Rod. I don't think he's gonna be very happy when he has to turn in that Mushroom.
Hey, Blue Rupee, nice. Nobody. Excuse me? I believe Ninnies has to the mug company.
No, that's my girlfriend. Their tax season's in here, and everybody's high tense. I apologize for that.
Push to talk. Oh, I didn't see it. Ah, I missed it. Dang it, Ninnies. We missed what was that?
The Butter
Master
Sword
pedestal.
resides at the Master Sword.
Oh, that's the second time we've seen that there. Wow. Oh. All right, we're gonna wait until I believe is that the correct crystals for GLS, or are you just kind of grabbing and go? Ninny? Ninny? Ninnies, where'd you go? Chad, I think he left me. Well, I guess it's Willard's time. All right, let's do this. GLS heading into chess games, see what he's gotten here. And it wasn't worth it. But he did get a heart refill, so that's not bad. And now he's going to be heading down. Probably going to be checking other spots. But yeah, that Butter Sword, very tempting, but probably definitely not worth getting 2 more pedestals, or 2 more pendants, especially if that means having to go to Ice Palace, because nobody wants to go to Ice Palace.
I do apologize for muting the microphone. My girlfriend had some stuff to tell me about the taxes, so I do apologize for that. But I am back now, and all is
Do you
good.
want to take this out? Do you need to take that outside? Because me and Chad we're doing just fine right now. If you need to take some time.
I mean, you know, the taxes, they're done. I already take them outside, and I made my intentions clear that I need a full figure rupee refund.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Well, in the meantime, GLS just got Quarter Magic, which is pretty hype.
Yeah,
I'd say that's more interesting. I'd say that's
around.
more interesting than your taxes, but I mean that's just me.
Quarter Magic is way more exciting than my taxes.
Alright, we're gonna find out what the beloved Frogsmiths.
Yeah, my prediction is that the hookshot is over on this side of Thieves' Refuge.
Yeah, we have seen items in the Peg Cave. Looks like he's gonna check there. Honestly, we have not seen very often anything in like the Half Magic or Bat Cave. So
yeah, it's been some time since we've seen anything there.
If I was a betting man,
are you a betting man?
No.
We know you don't know poker.
No, I'm more of a slots guy, and I'm talking about Goldenrod City slots. You know what I'm saying? Pokemon Gold. That music is so crisp. All right, let's see what we got.
So crisp. See FoxZerro picking up his mushroom, heading up to go pick up Blind, and
another red rupee.
Finish off the rest of this dungeon. FoxZerro, a little bit late to the crystal game, but making up good strides against GLS while he's looking for his hookshot.
Alright, and after this, all he's got left to do is check a purple chest. And then he's going to have to jump inside some of those pendant dungeons, because he does not have Crystal 5, I believe, so he can't check Large Marge. Alright, Batcave, what do you got? Give me your money. Or whatever you have. And Arrows for your trouble. And FoxZerro making pretty quick work of Blind, still have one phase left, but he does have some safety fairies.
And this is the last line of hope for my prediction that the purple chest could hold.
I mean, you can't just keep changing your predictions.
It's not my prediction. I said it would be on this side, and the purple chest is technically on that side.
Technically, it's west of the sewer.
I do remember that being technically correct or technically opinionated is the best kind of correct.
Why is he... Wait, what? Oh, he talked to him instead. You just have to walk into him. You don't actually talk to him. That threw me off for a second.
Aw, bummer.
Nothing. Well, let's see. I still say Cold Stare.
I owe chat 25 kappas.
Alright, Wolfie's got some bold predictions here. Big if true. He's saying that he's going to predict that hookshot will be in this seed. It's a pretty big one. Alright, moment of truth. Now, the players do have what they need to go... Actually, yeah, GLS has not been to Mire yet, has he? Or at least check the caves around Mire. That would be a good spot to go next.
Yeah, he got the Titan's Mint much later, as we saw that they were in the right side of Death Mountain in the Light World.
Yeah. Where are you going, GLS? You've already been to Catfish, hadn't you? Or was that FoxZerro?
I believe that was FoxZerro. I do not know if GLS has checked that, but GLS might be thinking that he forgot something on the waterfall ledge at Zoro.
What, those bombs? Those useless bombs?
There has been many a time in a randomizer that I have backtracked because I thought that a standing item was something else other than what it really was. Ooh, GLS. Choosing to get that heart.
Zero falling in probably one of the lesser likable places to fall into Skullwoods. Sometimes that room's required. I don't think it was required this time, but he's going to make his way through Skullwoods now. And I don't remember if we got anything of use here. And he doesn't have the Fire Rod, which we got in East Death Mountain. So hopefully he doesn't spend too much time.
I do not know. I think something useful could have been in here, because I see GLS with all of the medallions, and I cannot remember when he picked up Ether.
Quake was in a dungeon, I'm pretty sure.
Quake was in Desert. We know Bombos was up on Death Mountain. Alright, let's see if this is the hookshot. This is one of the last locations that he hasn't checked yet. Ooh, not a good mirror spot.
Yeah, a little too early. He just wanted to check out that ledge.
But we see FoxZerro utilizing the Cane of Samaria to hold down
big money, big money, big money. Ah, a little bit more love. Nothing wrong with that.
To hold down that thing instead of having to pull the statue this time. Cane of Samaria coming in really handy for those type of buttons, like in Palace of Darkness, and as you just saw in Skullwood.
Oh, interesting that he decided to fly back there instead of just going right back into the portal.
Well, he does have the Cane of Samaria, and he has all the medallions, so he's pretty confident that he can enter this dungeon, no problem.
I bet he was hoping to find Hookshot early so he doesn't have to do all of Meyer. Not that it's too long, but it's always nice when you get into boss rush mode where you can just be like, I don't need this. I don't need this. I can skip it.
It could be interesting to see Hookshot in T-Rock, because I do believe that Hookshot can be in T-Rock.
Yup! Bird flip. Bird throw. Bird hype.
Yes, GLS with the bird toss. I'm loving it.
Bird toss. Okay, I'm still learning. See, I thought it was cool to carry him with you into the dungeon, but I guess it's cooler to toss him.
I would also like to remind you, Willard, that this is a family-friendly stream, and flipping the bird is not required in any Link to the Past stream.
Dang it. Oh, Denny's, you got me good. Can't argue with that. That's funny. Alright, let's see.
Alright. GLS making his way through Meyer.
Looks like Zero's gonna be... What's Zero up to? Is he gonna go check Master Sword Pedestal, find that he needs penance if he wants to get that Butter Sword? Now, I don't know how confident either of these players are, or skilled, or practiced at the Ganon fight with Master Sword, but more than likely we'll probably see Tempered Sword, at least in G-Tower, if not...
Yeah, Tempered Sword...
Go ahead.
Yeah, Tempered Sword is what the maximum that they're going to get without all the pendants. FoxZerro might be sweating a little bit, knowing that the Butter Sword is there, and understanding that Tempered Sword is the best that he's going to get to complete this game with under a reasonable amount of time. But I just want him to go up to Death Mountain. Both of us really want him up there to check those locations, get his fire rod, and get those silver arrows.
It's frustrating because when the other player knows, we, the commentators, know, and the viewers all know where the required items are, but the player has no idea, because obviously they have no idea of knowing, and it's not frustrating in the sense that it's like, come on, man, why are you making such silly mistakes? It's more just like, oh man, I just really hope he checks this. I hope he goes there, because we obviously want both of our players to do well, and we obviously want both of our players to like have a close race. So hopefully he gets that idea in his head. Looks like he's gonna go check Bombos though.
This is all community effort. We have friends and their communities here, all rooting for them and hoping that they, make good decisions and utilize their knowledge and their routing to the best of their abilities. And sometimes you hate to see it when you see two friends or two people that you like to watch go up against each other. It's hard to root for them. I
always root against nannies.
Aw, same.
You root against yourself? That's weird. Well, I couldn't root for you in the race that I was commentating because that would be super biased. So I just,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still looking for that hook shot. Honestly, it could be anywhere. It can't be in all parts of Ice Palace because there's some parts that require you to either use a bomb jump or, that either requires the hookshot or a bomb jump, and it's not going to require you to do a bomb jump.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I think we might
and it can't be in Swamp, so we're not going to be seeing much of Swamp. They might go into Swamp.
It can be
in that first chest.
It could be in Swamp. The hookshot can be in Swamp.
Can it be in Swamp?
That's its vanilla location.
Wait, hold on. Can it be in Swamp? I just want to hear it one more time.
It can be in Swamp. That is its
Chad,
vanilla
can I
location.
Get confirmation that that can be in Swamp? I'm just not getting it. I need to hear it at least one more time. All right, looks like Zero's finally heading up. He can't get to the right side normally because he doesn't get a hook shot, so he's going to be using the mirror to go across. He'll probably check Ether Tablet as well as jump inside here as well, or make a beeline straight to Death Mountain.
I do believe that we have a consensus on the hookshot possibility location of Swamp being a possibility, Willard. Back to you in the studio.
90%. There's still some room for error. So I don't know. Yeah, we need the data. We need VTorp in here. We need whoever's collecting data on item locations. No, I'm not hooked on that sentence. Edo,
I do believe you are hooked on that sentence.
No! No. Alright. GLS heading through the basement of Meyer. Viddy's not going to be a problem for him because he has plenty of options. We might be able to see the invisibility cloak plus dashing, which probably won't because he has a messenger. It's probably going to be silver arrows. Because one silver arrow will take out each eye, and then arrows. 2 silver arrows for the big guy. Super quick. Stone Cold Sea. Well, I don't want to get... We'll save that question for another time. Well, let me just say
I thought that this was supposed to be unbiased. I mean, aren't all wrestlers great?
Yeah, but I've never seen Stone Cold Steve Austin in person, but I have seen The Rock in person for work on his show Ballers. Sorry, I got something
how
in my
big?
throat.
How big is your autograph book? And when are you selling it on eBay?
Well, I think that would get me fired. But let's pay attention to this. Let's see this Viddy fight. Pretty easy Viddy fight.
Yeah,
Silver has
arrows
plenty of
track,
arrows, so
quick.
he's dropping a few extra ones just to make sure he's
Well, when a giant eyeball is staring at you with death on the mind, you would want your enemy to die as quickly as possible. FoxZerro is over here in Death Mountain. Got himself a fire rod. Gonna get himself a Titan mitt. Things are looking up for Fox. I'll be a little bit too late though.
Oh, there was Ether. Okay. What was he cooking? Probably some puns. That'd be my guess.
Brewing up some puns. You could say that it's a punderful brew.
I would never say that.
Oh, I know you wouldn't.
Don't ever say that. Don't ever at me again. Twitch, don't ever at me again. Alright? I'm done!
Looks like GLS is taking the highest concentration of item possibilities, heading to Swamp. Now, Swamp is a pendant dungeon. I do believe it's the green pendant, which means that sarsaparilla, or sahasrara, or sriracha sauce cannot have the hookshot.
Not possible. He could not have that hookshot.
It's no possible.
It's not. There's no. Guys, I said don't at me. Why are you deliberately disobeying me? Like.
You challenged them, and now they're
true.
out for blood.
I mean, people don't like being told what to do. So I understand that.
Szechuan sauce wise man.
Is that how you pronounce it? Szechuan?
That is how I pronounce it, whether or not that is correct. Interesting. FoxZerro opening up Turtle Rock, but choosing not to enter.
Well, that's a good point. You know, we could see a hookshot in there.
It looks like we have a clip for our bird flip memory. And we'll copy that link and watch it later.
So many memories. I can't wait to go back and watch this. It's gonna be right.
I remember when. Ooh, there it is. GLS in the first chest of Swamp Palace, getting
That's a good spot.
the hook shot. That's amazing. Not needing to check any other.
It's kind of funny. It's for it being required in Swamp that it's in the first chest. That's why you'll see sometimes runners, such as myself, will, despite Swamp being a pendant dungeon, we'll go in and check at least the first chest, because for some reason there's, with the Phil logic, there's like with the Uncle Phil logic, there's a little bit more of a chance, like a better chance that would have a required item.
Now, a question that I want to ask GLS when we get him in here for an interview eventually is with only one more crystal for him to go, why did he not do Turtle Rock without the hook shot and then like take a search elsewhere to find this item, because he has every item that he needs in order to do Turtle Rock. Not fast, because you can't hookshot off of the torches and fall off, but he does have everything that he would need in order to complete that.
That is true. It would have made, but at the same time, the time save that he'll get from going straight from T-Rock to G-Tower will probably end up paying off.
Chat is calling you out, my friend. Asking, did you bet 25 kappas that the hookshot would be at Cold Stare? I do believe that you are owed 25 kappas in chat, my friend.
Hold on, I don't have it on me. I gotta call my
I'm sure
bank.
Somebody here will clip it for you.
I gotta call the Kappa Bank. Hold on, give me a second. I don't have like a dial tone like sound effect. I need to get my soundboard set up, but I feel like...
Hello, thank you for calling the Kappa Bank. How can I help you?
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a problem. I kind of bet a little bit more than I actually have in the bank.
Well, let me just pull up your file here.
Okay, thank you.
It seems that you have a negative balance in overdraft, but you do qualify for debt forgiveness.
Okay. Yeah. Go on. Let me hear this. I want to hear this. Let's see where this story's going.
Okay, let's see what we can pull up on contract.
It's some furious typing.
It seems that if you can round up about 35 PogChamps, we can get your entire debt forgiven.
All right, Twitch chat. I'm gonna need your help on this. Can I get some PogChamps in chat, please? For the love of all that is holy. I'm counting. Bank lady, I'm counting right now. I'm sweating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They're going so fast, I gotta stand up.
All right, looks like FoxZerro is checking a couple of other locations. I want to give them some stuff too. We'll keep the bit going, but I definitely want to give the runners the attention as well while we're doing this.
It's the most generous I've ever seen chat, for sure.
FoxZerro having a little bit of trouble though. Curious where he's thinking he needs to go.
So, what information do we have? He still needs to do which dungeons?
He needs to do
desert.
Mire,
he still needs to
Rock,
do East
Desert.
Sure.
No, I believe he did Eastern.
Okay.
Skull Woods, Mire, Turtle Rock, and Desert. So those 4. Those are the ones that he needs to do. He's probably going to do the Mire.
Be a little careful. These chain chops. Ooh, there's a death, and that will be his last fairy that he has on hand. Those guys are rough.
It looks like FoxZerro might be going for the Mire and Desert combination.
Not a bad. That's it. Just not a bad.
It is not a bad.
You would say it's good.
I think the opposite to your bad would be good.
It's very good.
Yeah, be good.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Cool. It's cool.
You know, it's all right. It's all right.
Alrighty.
Anyway, all right. That's enough. Back to the game. So, GLS, he's just looking for. Gosh, I'm so bad. Has he gotten the big key yet? I believe he has. Otherwise, he would be checking that chest right there. So
yeah, he got it early on. He's picking up the extra key from the little pokey to help just kind of push him through the rest of this dungeon. I believe he has the last 2 keys that he needs, so he can just sort through this dungeon,
and then 1 to get into the room with the switches and the whatnots and the who's-its. So
yeah, so he can blast past that roller room, and then in that long room with the lasers, he doesn't even need to go to the bottom part of that with the 4 chests. He can just head straight up to the boss.
That means there's a good chance that we're going to be seeing a Master Sword Ganon, which I'm just hoping for a super free G Tower. Like, first 2 chests are small key and big key, so they don't check any other chests. I want to see this Master Sword Ganon fight.
Do we have another race coming up on this channel after this one? Chad is wondering.
I will check for you right now. Yes, we have one at 1 a.m. It is currently 10:30, so we got some time. I don't know if we have another event going on in between those two games, but I will have to.
Yeah. With the Mega Man Tourney and the Ori one going, I'm not too sure.
Feasel says that we have Ori at 11, so
okay.
There's going to be a little bit of a breather. I think we could all use a breather after this race.
Yeah, these racers are definitely had a tough time with this. This is not an easy seed.
Yeah, it's been very trolly, especially with the whole rupee situation.
Yeah, getting boots early, they probably felt really great about it. But as they started to check all kinds of light world locations, and now they're sitting here stuck with Master Sword, wondering where the tempered is. They know where the butter is, and it's not feasible for them to go get it. So
on Master Sword.
I'm thinking Tempered Sword might be in G Tower. It might be maybe like the
last chest after Moldor.
Maybe like six chests, and then I think that the Tempered Sword, the Tempered Sword and the Big Key will be found together. Is my new prediction. GLS utilizing the hammer technique, does the same amount of damage to the Tempered Sword. But since he does have a quarter magic, he can't afford to miss. Quite a mint. Blah blah blah.
Quite a mint.
Where is my speech?
Quite a mint. What a minty situation.
He can miss all kinds of wintergreen.
I'm more of a. No, we're not getting off topic again.
Stay on target, Willard. Stay on target.
Yeah, there's a very good Trinex using that low percent essentially setup of hammer and Master Sword. Of course, quarter magic helps, and as far as I know, the Fire Rod and the Ice Rod also still do a little bit of damage to the separate
And as we've seen, they're not losing their temper at all. In fact, Green GLS is a master at this fight.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Chat, get me out of here. Alright, FoxZerro heading through Desert Palace. He's got a lot of ground to cover up.
Yeah, FoxZerro, I believe, is looking for the Big Key.
Well, there's Quake. There's a star.
Unfortunately, Quake was not necessary for this. With the 2 tablets needing to be required were Bombos and Ether. GLS mirroring? I'm guessing to respawn the Chimeras. Ooh, but still taking a little bit of damage.
Alright guys, time to get your bets in. What chest number do you think Big Key's gonna be at? I always say 21 because I like a full clear. But get those in now.
I'm gonna say half your number.
Go.
I'm gonna say the 10th chest, but he's gonna find Temper Sword before.
You can't do 10.5 chests. You can't do a half a chest. Is that like the lamp, like the bonk item?
The lamp is like a half chest.
Okay.
I mean, you know what it is.
Want to make sure.
You know what it is, but you're choosing whether or not to get it. It's like, it's like a good 0.5.
People love the Bob chest. Shout out to Bob, and we will be seeing Bob this time because GLS is not going to get that 50 rupee.
Oh yeah, at this point of the game, you do not need more money, especially when you're walking around with a grand in your pocket.
Yeah, it's pretty hype to see him hit the 4 digits. Hype in a ridiculous sense. So it's not really useful, but.
And we're seeing FoxZerro taking the Breadsmith, maybe thinking along the same lines of where the hookshot could be for him, but
it's one of those things
going to be disappointed.
Yeah, it's one of those things where what do you choose? Do you choose overworld item checking or do you jump into a pendant dungeon? And that's always the hardest decision to make at the the end of the run, where you're wondering where your rival is up or where they're at.
GLS collecting keys. He's got 5 keys already.
Well, now he has 4 and a piece of heart for his trouble. Now he's gonna have 5, but then he's gonna have 4. Live. This is live commentary. This is a live key counter.
I do so much enjoy your math skills in this today.
Oh, thank you. I do have a college degree, so you know, it's in singing and dancing, but there was some math in there.
Oh yeah, a lot of 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s, I imagine.
Yeah. and jazz squares and change and all that fun stuff.
Fortunately, FoxZerro,
still counting
a lot of
chests.
his item locations are not paying off for him. Let's see if he's willing to take the bet that Swamp Palace, a pendant dungeon, has, and the vanilla location for the hookshot has what he needs. He will be in that area, and I want so bad for him to check it, but we'll see if he thinks about it. Ooh, this just in. Greenlinenshirt got some love in the rando room.
Rando room?
Mm-hmm. The rando room in Ganon's Tower, the one that you take the teleporter pads, because you only see that in the randomizer. We're coming close up to
shout
Bob.
out to Bob. Oh no, he killed Bob.
Aw.
All right, I'm rooting for Zero now. How dare you? Oh wait, Bob transferred over to the other guy. Wait, what? Is that a thing? Was there 2 Bobs? I need to go back and watch. All right, silver arrows on Armos 2, super.
Ooh, what a bad time for my stream to be locking up like this. Let me continue to refresh.
Ooh, and GLS having a little bit of trouble with Armos 2. That ice can be a little slippery, tricky.
Okay, we're good again.
It's a struggle.
I think? Yes, we're good again.
Ooh!
There's the tempered sword.
Oh, what? He got the tempered...
Tempered sword in the tower.
No, I wanted...
And was that the
sword.
big key?
No, we gotta go right side. Who knows? It could be in the tile room. Man, really tempered? Come on, dude.
My interwebs are fine, I promise you. It is just perhaps the browser that I'm using. I'm using Internet Explorer because it does not work in Chrome, but it appears that it's just giving me a little bit more trouble.
GLS is doing the tile room. Oftentimes, you see players will save that for last, since you have to spend the most time futzing about, waiting for those tiles to fall. Hey, he's gonna pick up a fairy on the way. Okay.
Well, of course. When you got the anti-fairy bouncing about, the last thing that you want to do is get hit by that and get knocked into the Wellmaster. I've seen it happen, and when it's on like the last tile, oh man, there's no worse feeling.
Might as well just forfeit. No, it is funny seeing him. Oh wow, it was the tile room. That's a huge gamble. You never.
I think that's a tournament first.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, good call by GLS.
Yeah, my prediction a little bit off that you would get the tempered sword before you got the before the big key, but I did predict that it would be in the same room, so that is bad on me. I am broke in the Kappa department.
Well,
that is why I did not bet.
I'd be happy to share some pod champs with you, but I think I'm gonna save them for one more. All right, here we got GLS heading into the Gauntlet Wall. FoxZerro is heading up to Mocula.
Oh, then my stream must be really behind because I'm at the Mimic Cave, or Mimic Rooms.
Yeah, Mimic Cave? We back in T-Rock?
Apparently.
Okay. Now, I don't remember where... Quarter Magic was at, what, Digging Game, I believe?
Yes.
So that would have been nice to have for this Mocula fight, but... I'm sure FoxZerro will do just fine. He's using the dash attack.
We do accept mini kappas. Mini kappas have about a 25% value to a full kappa.
I don't know. I'd rather have some Pie Smug.
And then I do not believe that there are any exchanges for Kappa Prides to Kappa. I believe they are separate currencies.
No exchange rate there? Oh.
Unfortunately, no. The Kappa Pride, the Nation of Kappa Pride and the Nation of Kappa, they do not agree together in trade relations.
Boo, politics, boo.
Ooh, this just in. yes, they have reached a agreement, and the two nations have joined together.
Oh, that's good.
That is good. It's great to see so many great things happening today.
I'm pretty glad to hear that. Thank you. All right, well, GLS. Rocking it right through the gauntlet. Pretty easy. But that quarter magic and fire rod really makes it easier. And now he's gonna see how many cycles he's gonna get. It's not gonna be a... Ooh, okay. He missed one on each of them, so, you know, not bad. That's a pretty good land bolt. No
he got one of them though, so he only has two left, which should be easy kills.
They're already dead.
Jeez, how bad is my my visuals right now?
Ninny's slacking.
I am having some severe issues over here.
All right, Zero. After checking.
Let's see if I close.
Oh no,
the
he didn't. He already checked. He's just heading up to Death Mountain.
Quit living in the past.
I guess he's gonna... Oh, okay, so Zero is electing to do T-Rock first, despite not having a hookshot.
That would be something that I would do. If I was missing.
But would you do it before?
Shot.
But would you do it before Meyer? Because you don't need it for Meyer.
No, I would do T-Rock last, because at least I would have all 7 crystals, and then if I did not get the hookshot in Turtle Rock, I would backtrack. More than likely, I would start at Swamp with the highest concentration.
Because I mean, here's the thing: you don't really need the hookshot. Everyone just has to learn how to hover, and that's like, it's pretty easy.
It's
right?
like so hard.
All right, GLS, moving on, heading over to Moldorm 2. Let's see what his strategy's gonna be. Man, I'm still bummed he got the tempered sword. Come on. I can't wait to hear his thoughts about getting the tempered sword. Man, that was some quick work of Moldorm. 1 slash and 1 spin, and he's down. And Zero is checking the bottom of Hera instead of actually going to T-Rock. Not a bad decision. A little bit of a time waste, but you know, when you don't know, when you're looking for that one item, that's like the worst part about the run, is when it's down to just like, all right, I need one more item to win.
Yeah.
What do I
you're
do?
counting
Where do I
items
go?
in the dungeon and you're trying to maximize your amount of time in that dungeon and minimize the amount of risk, and then when it comes down to one last little item, and you know, okay, well, there's these chests in these dungeons that I did not check. That is always a bummer to see, because we know that this chest did not pay off. But Zero does not until now.
And that's a very, very good Agatu. He's having a little celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, man. Leave him alone. He's already dead. Well, let's see. If GLS can get a dang good Ganon fight, we can still see a sub 2 from him, which would be, you know, sub 2 is always like the aim. We always want to see a sub 2.
Yeah, we're gonna see the tempered strats at the beginning, but since he does have silver arrows, the final phase is likely to be done with silver arrows.
And with quarter magic, he'll be definitely using the fire rod, except for maybe the initial torch glitch, but for the rest of the fight, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to get the torch glitch with the fire rod, it's a little bit tricky. You have to fire it right as the final tile is falling. So what GLS has to do with the tempered sword is he has to hit Ganon 12 times each phase in order to push him to the next one.
He's gotta be careful.
He
does not have any fairies.
He is out of backups.
Yeah, he only had 2 fairies, and he died. He used one at Spike Cave and one at the Chain Chomps in T-Rock. So he seems to be very confident in himself.
And we have
very quick work of Ganon.
Yeah, very quick work.
1 more left. Ooh. Oh, GG!
And we have a official time from GLS at 1:59:09, just barely getting in that sub 2.
Holy crap. Just barely sub 2. That's a beautiful sight to see.
It is very beautiful. Before we see if GLS wants to get in here for an interview, get your bonk counts and in here. We saw boots super early, so I'm willing to bet that these bonks are well in the 40s, 50s.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was going to be a 99 bonk run, but I too would put it in like the mid 40s. Hello.
Hello.
Congratulations.
I can't believe I won that.
Why do you say that?
I almost went and decided not to look for the hook shot. I was gonna hover. And
oh really?
yeah, like I was literally, if I didn't find it in swamp, I was going to hover. And I'm not very good at it, so it made me super nervous. So I kept checking all these places because I really didn't want to have to hover. But I was like, well, swamp's not required, so you don't technically have to have the hook shot. It was scary, but no. Overall, I made a few mistakes, but it went pretty well, I think. What do you guys think? I mean, you saw it.
It was pretty trolly seed.
Yeah.
Not like super trolly. There was I loved a shovel on pyramid that led to nothing.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, fairy bottles are nice to have, nonetheless. And I was actually a little worried because you didn't have any fairies for that Ganon fight, so you were, if I recall correctly.
Really? I thought I had one more. I may not have. I don't know.
You saw 3 fairies in a bottle. You did not. I don't think you grabbed the third one, which was at Bumper Cave, and you used one in Spike Cave, I think.
Right.
No.
I did use it.
Yeah, you did on the way back, and then you used one in the chain chomp room. So.
Right.
Yeah, you went super risky on Ganon. We were watching that. You were down to like 1.5 hearts, and you were just really pushing for that. Were you sweating bullets when you were in Ganon's tower, thinking, "Oh man, my opponent is going to be like right behind me"?
I thought he was in Ganon's tower. Where is he, if you don't mind me asking?
He is in T-Rock right now. He doesn't have the hook shot, and he still has to do Mire. He unfortunately lost a lot of time at the beginning because he was not aware of the Rupee Cave in next to Desert.
Okay.
So he did a lot. He did the chess game next to Library to farm his, which was very unfortunate and very time consuming because he also strangely, and we're gonna ask him about this. He bought a blue potion before even going to Zora.
Oh wow!
So
yeah, I got to the point where it was like, wow, really? Another seed that we have to farm for because they were giving out the love. Holy moly!
That's what we were saying. Like, so much love.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, you were almost at 2 rows like before you even left Kakariko.
Right. Yeah, it was nuts. And then I was like, the bane of my existence. I was like, great. I forgot to do the bonk when I first started the pile of rocks. So I was like, great. I forgot that. My opponent probably has like something super important, but I went back to it. I did something a little bit different this time that I've never actually done before. I took a lot of notes. Like I physically had a piece of paper and I wrote down.
That's smart.
Hey, this is where this is, this is where that is. I wrote down that I didn't go to the Bug Cave when I got the bottle. I wrote down that I didn't go to Hobo. That's the other thing that I didn't do that I normally do. And that allowed me to kind of break some stuff because it got me the flute earlier than I really should have had it because I didn't have flippers yet. I think I got the flute from Hobo, right?
Yeah. It was really interesting, the route that you took. We noticed that both you and your opponent did not check Hobo for a while. And then I made a comment that if you're missing the hook shot, I was wondering why you didn't go to T-Rock and get the 7th crystal to see if T-Rock had the
I was wondering that, yeah. But I was like, really? Would it really be that trolly?
We've seen some troll from T-Rock, especially.
What'd you guys think of me going into that hookshot cave and getting the silver arrows? That was pretty cool, huh?
That was pretty swag. Bonking.
Minis didn't even know about that bonk.
You can actually get the hookshot there. At least it used to be in the logic. I don't know if it still is or not.
I believe it still is.
I do know that you could bonk there. I just did not believe that the logic allowed the hookshot to be there.
It has in the past. I don't know if it's still that way. But for the silver arrows, I thought that was really cool. And then, like I said, if I didn't get swamp. There was a few more light world or overworld places I could have checked. I skipped quite a bit of the mirroring. I didn't go to King's Tomb. I didn't go up to the ledge. I don't think.
That is true. FoxZerro did check those, and there was obviously nothing.
Did he go to ice?
Value there. Did he what?
No, I don't believe any of you guys have gone to Ice Palace at all.
Yeah, I didn't go to ice.
I do wonder if FoxZerro will be heading that way.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna wait for that chest in Ganon's Tower, but I was like, knowing my luck, this is where it's gonna be. And if I wait and I get it, I'm gonna win. If I don't wait, I'm gonna lose. So I was like, I'm just gonna take the chance here, and I waited.
Yeah, I believe we saw a race the other day where a player went through all of G Tower and didn't find the hookshot, and then had to leave and go find it.
Wait, the hookshot could be in Ganon's Tower too?
Yeah, I believe it could be like what, right side, and
interesting. Yeah,
there's a few spots.
The Moldorm 2 hover I've done, so I knew I could do that. I mean, I'm not great at it, but I could have done that. But I didn't know.
Well, now I'm disappointed that you didn't do it. That would have been nice to see.
Yeah,
been pretty hype.
I may have to do that next time with Christos Owens. He's my last opponent, so we'll see. I'm 1-1, so.
How did you feel about? Honestly, I was disappointed because I wanted to see some Master Sword Ganon.
Yeah.
Are you pretty excited to get the Tempered Sword?
Well, I mean, being a no major glitches runner, I'm very comfortable with Tempered Ganon, and with the silver arrows, it wouldn't have been that bad. Mm-hmm. I've done in practice Tempered Sword or Master Sword Ganon, but I've never done it where it mattered. It was just kind of like, hey, can I do this?
Yeah.
I was prepared to do it. I saw that gold sword was at the
pedestal, yeah.
The pedestal, and I was like, well,
that wasn't going to get picked up at all, yeah. That's the second time I've seen it there in a race, in a tournament race, so.
Another thing I messed up was, and I even took notes, I went up to Hera thinking it was going to drop a crystal for some bizarre reason, so I finished it. But it didn't hurt me too much, I don't think. A couple times I went into Palace of Darkness, and I was like, wait, because I couldn't think of anywhere else to go. Went into Palace of Darkness, and I was like, wait, I have the first level glove, I can pick up the stone above Kakariko. So I left, I fluted over there, and I was like, wait, I don't have the hammer, I can't get to there, and that's when I went back to Palace of Darkness. So if you were wondering why the heck I did that, that's why.
Ooh.
Yeah, there was little things like that. I'm rusty. I have an 18-month-old son, and it's sometimes hard to find time to grind out a ton of seeds and really get my logic down. So that hurts.
Did you see?
It seems that I was pretty close in my bonk prediction. Since you guys got boots early, I made a comment that a lot of speedrunners don't get the boots until after Eastern Palace.
Right.
And so dashing around early game like an escape. We don't have the reaction time.
No, we don't.
To get those. So I was like, oh man, seeing boots this early, we're definitely seeing like above 40, somewhere in the 50s bonks. And you got 56.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad. I did Super Scudge's Randomizer, and it was over 99 bonks. And it maxes out at 99, so we'll never know how many it was. Oh man.
I think I want to comment on FoxZerro right now. I think he's looking for magic, but I believe he has a blue potion unless he used it. So
that first chest in Swamp, it's so trolly. Oh, he just goes in there.
I was saying
missing hookshot.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to Maya right now. But I've seen I've done some races, not tournament races, where that first chest in Swamp is always worth checking, even if it's a pendant dungeon.
Yep.
Just because there just seems to be a higher % chance of that holding something. I've had it be like a medallion. You had it I've had it be the hammer.
Yep.
Yeah, the worst I ever did was an open seed where it was the hammer. I just went in there on a whim. I didn't even notice I was missing the hammer, and checked that, and it was like, ba-na-na-na. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll just complete this dungeon now that I'm here.
That was the other thing that I really, I had a goal in mind with this randomizer. I was like, if I can complete something, I'm going in and I'm just doing it. And I think I got some crystals pretty quickly. I mean, I was really picking up pace towards the middle of it. And I was like, hey, I can do it. Let's just get in there. Let's get it done. I had my counts, and I was like, that's really going to help me not have to continue to come back here and backtrack. So it worked out really well.
At one point, you basically just were missing, hookshot and ether, but you could pretty much do all the other dungeons.
Once I got Titan's Mitts, it opened me up pretty good. Yeah.
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 So you were in semi-go mode.
Yeah, at the very beginning, at least about like 30 minutes in, you guys were like neck and neck, checking the locations that each other went to, or just kind of like playing catch up. But where you took off was after Aghanim, getting that shovel and then just kind of blasting through all these locations. You checked the dig spot, you checked like ether and bombos, and then you started working on your crystals. And for a while, you were ahead in both crystals and items. FoxZerro had a little bit of trouble. Like we said, he was trying to farm, and that's really what kind of kept him behind, unfortunately. But he's making good progress. He's still looking for the hook shot, but he has everything that he needs to complete both Turtle Rock and Mire. It's just a matter of when he's going to go into Swamp.
Yeah. He also did. I don't know if he just said this, but he did Death Mountain like super much later.
I did, or he did?
He did.
I felt like I waited forever to go up to Death Mountain because I forgot that I could hammer up there, and I was like, oh wait, I can check it. So that's
the fun part about Death Mountain. There's so many options, and you're like, you never even think about all of them. Oh no, okay, Zero taking a little death there. I don't think. Oh, he does have a fairy. Okay.
The other thing I kind of saw, I remembered luckily, was when I went up to Palace of Darkness, I knew the basement room had all those rupees in there. I mean, I didn't have the lamp, but I was like, hey, you know what? I know I need to do Zora. Let's go in here. Let's try to get as many as I can before I die. And then I got I got probably a couple hundred rupees in there, I'd imagine. So that helps, I think, without having to grind so much. You guys still there? Or did I lose you?
No, right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
really
we're here. Just listening and reading chat.
Yeah, and just listening to you and kind of like just trying to get a mind of like your route.
Yeah.
Both of you guys did go into Palace of Darkness and tried to attempt doing lampless strats. Have you done any practice in that, or was it just kind of like a I gotta just like kind of get through here, see what I obtain here, and then just come back when I can just finish it quickly?
I did about 90% of Christos Owen's Kaizamizer. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not. It's a really trolley plandomizer that is like super hard, and you do have to do dark rooms in it. So I've done them once, but I pulled up maps and it took me forever. So no, unfortunately I haven't done a ton of practice. I figured as much that I could do the 2 chests down there, which was harder than I actually thought. I don't know what I was stuck on. I couldn't get to the bottom to dash to the left.
Yeah, I think what probably got you is you got hit by the anti-fairy a couple of times, and you might have just actually been running into the bottom of the chest.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. But after I got through there, I got those 2 chests open, which I don't think got me anything. And then it was just, like I said, I don't know. It's hard to kind of explain it. It wasn't super trolly, but at the same time, definitely wasn't nice. I mean, we had to go to Lonely Island. There was a lot of little things that we had to do. Of course, we had to do Aghanim, so that was a fun one to start with.
Yeah, it was very fast at the beginning with the boots, but with all the money that you guys got and all the hearts, it definitely slowed down your guys' pacing.
Yeah, the money, the hearts in the beginning, and then towards the end, we were starting to get rich. I mean, I can see that he has 4-digit numbers right now for money too, so he's definitely been picking up some chests. Does he have silver arrows?
No, he actually has not checked that. I do not know if he knows that he can bonk that in order to pick them up, so we're gonna see.
I think he did check that. He messed up once because he accidentally picked up the pot and then he left and came back. I'm pretty sure. Okay. He just hasn't switched to it yet.
Okay.
So we might see it for the Vidi fight.
Yeah, for Vitreous, then yeah, he'll definitely switch to it.
Yeah, I almost went with strats for Vidi, but with the Master Sword, I was like, no, that's not happening. Ooh, he needs to be careful. He's getting low on hearts.
But he's got that powder. He knows which which skull pots have bunny beans underneath them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, you did spend a little bit of time as Blunt Bunny.
Yeah. Couple nods to good old Blunt Bunny.
Now the big question is, with how long the tile room takes in Ganon's tower, why did you think that you wanted to risk that location? Like, if you were feeling pins and needles.
I thought he was in Ganon's tower, and I thought to myself, he's gonna keep going and he's gonna skip this, and if I skip it as well and I have to go back, or no, I thought he's not gonna skip this and get it and then just run upstairs. Whereas I honestly, and I know you're not gonna believe me, but I almost considered just going over there right after I got the right 2 chests to check it, because I did, for whatever reason, I had a feeling about that room. But I decided, no, that's silly. And a good thing I didn't, because I wouldn't have gotten Tempered Sword if I did that. If I would have just gone straight to right side. So
yeah, we almost saw a Master Sword Ganon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would have been a shame. I would have hated to have seen that.
I freaked out when I mirrored after Armos. I was like, I didn't get the big chest. And then I was like, wait, I don't have the big key. I can't open the big chest. I'm okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
All right, let's see if FoxZerro actually remembers. And we'll find out if he does actually have the silver arrows at this point.
Yep.
I hope he does, because a Master Sword Vitreous fight is a nightmare.
Yeah. Does he have He doesn't have 4th magic either.
No, he didn't
did not go to the dig game.
I didn't.
He didn't have the rupees at the time, I don't believe.
Yeah, that was my problem. I didn't have the money for chest or digging, so I wrote it down. And like I said, I made some notes this run.
Oh, he's opting to use the cape and just slash away. We're also getting some news that there is something, that there's another race coming up on this channel. And so we're giving Fox 5 more minutes, and then unfortunately we have to cut it.
But if you guys are curious to watch the rest of Fox's race, you can definitely check him over on his Twitch channel, where we're pulling the stream.
Did you see that lightning dodge? He was standing right in the lightning and did not get hit by it.
Nice.
Fox has the luck on his side today. At least for this fight. Not during this race, though. A little bit late for that luck to come in.
Ooh, this is scary.
Yeah, we're gonna see perhaps a full Master Sword. But I think he'll return to that cave after he gets the hook shot, though.
There it is. A bit of a lengthy Vitreous fight, but nonetheless impressive. With that Master Sword, I'll take it.
Yeah,
we take those.
really poking that eye. Seen a lot of Master Sword love tonight.
Yeah, once again, GOS, just congratulations, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
How do you feel compared to, how many races? Is this your second or third race?
It's my second of 3.
Do you feel better?
I feel much better, yeah.
I mean, other than the difference between winning and losing, but do you feel,
I feel
better overall in your performance?
I do. I think that there was a few minor mistakes, but honestly, overall, I think that my logic in my head, at least maybe not so much on paper or in this case on video game playing, was good, but in my head, it made a lot more sense to me, and I think that's important. You got to be able to think about it before you can execute it. And so there was a lot of times where I was just like, okay, here's the items that I have. What does this unlock? What have I not checked yet? And I felt a lot more confident being able to just maneuver around. And I mean, a win's a win. You know, I think that we have a really competitive bracket with Christos being in there, so it may be all for nothing, but it's okay. This race is really about meeting new people, having a lot of fun, and I've met some really great people that we wouldn't meet anywhere. So I'm really excited about it.
I've really enjoyed the Rainer tournament. Not only finding passion for like commentating and doing some other stuff, but just I love the post game interviews because I like actually getting to talk to y'all or listen to y'all talk and actually kind of meet you guys. So
I do want to say one last thing. Do you have any other races coming up within the next couple of days?
Yeah, Sunday, my last one.
Oh, nice.
So
I forget the exact
see
time, but it's against Christos Owens. I think it's at 6 or 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern Palace time.
Alrighty.
So it's either that or a little bit later. It's in the evening on Sunday. So
we shall
unfortunately
see you there.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do have to cut this out. So watch FoxZerro on his channel. Watch him finish the race. Cheer him on. And
let's go ahead and get some GGs in chat for both of our racers.
Yeah.
I'll start it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for having us. This was a blast. I hope that people took plenty of clips because I want to go back and watch. So cheers to you guys.
The whole thing.
Take care, guys. This has been Willard J. Bradley and his boy
Ninnies.
There it is. Thank you guys so much. We're heading out. Have fun watching Ori. Bye.
Take care.